Mbappe's arrival tactically destabilized Madrid. In big matches this season, the team plays poorly, and this is a serious problem. When Mbappé talks about team play, I don't believe him. If that were true, Vinicius Jr. would have shown completely different results since the start of the season. The defeat to Arsenal in the Champions League with a score of 0-3 triggered a wave of criticism towards Madrid's top officials. In this video, we will figure out exactly what Mbappé is guilty of. You probably have an idea. What has seriously changed in Madrid this season? Tony will tell us, and also the possible departure of Carlo. Who will replace him? Another interesting option has emerged. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. And we're starting now. I don't think 3 goals will be enough. With forwards like theirs, they can easily score 3 goals at home against Arsenal. If this were in September or October, I would say it's over, the series is finished. But at this time of year in the playoffs, they always find something more within themselves. Even a former England national team defender doesn't rule out Madrid's comeback after a major defeat. Not to mention our club's fans, who are already gearing up for the decisive match at the Bernabeu. A group of the most dedicated fans stated that they will do something they've never done before to support the team, and the reaction from other fans online appeared very quickly. What are they planning for us? I can't wait for next week. I don't know what they're up to, but the Bernabeu should become the 12th player on Wednesday. Enough with the criticism already. Madrid is still in the Champions League, and anything is possible. The stadium should be roaring. And, by the way, the Madrid players received a clear signal, a banner with the word remontada, intended to motivate the players. It was specifically hung at the entrance so that every player driving into the base would see this call to action. But here's a question for you. Is it all just about motivating the players? Or are our problems much broader and more fundamental? Tony's opinion is worth listening to. After the second goal, it was all over. It was strange. Usually, when Madrid is behind, you always feel like they're going to score. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, they always found a moment. I was waiting for that moment, but instead, their body language said, just don't let it be the fourth. That never happened before. Now, here's what the numbers say. Madrid looked simply disheartening. Our team became the least mobile among all 8 quarterfinal participants. The list of leaders includes teams that secured confident victories, except for Bayern. But even Bayern significantly outpaced Madrid in terms of running activity. And a logical conclusion came from one of the Madridistas, with whom I agree. That's why we're losing this season. There's no intensity, no desire to win the ball back. They just stand and watch the opponent play. And what about Mbappé? Besides the lack of assists, besides the lack of goals, besides any active involvement in the attack, he's one of the laziest forwards in the Champions League of the 24-25 season. On average, he runs, just think about it, 8 kilometers per match. And that's less than most forwards at this level. And that's not all. Against Arsenal, Mbappé was completely absent from defensive actions. He had 0 defensive actions. 0. Can you imagine that? Meanwhile, an insider report appeared in the Spanish press, where, according to the source, Carlo believes that the Madrid players are not following his pre-match instructions and strategies, and several key players either cannot understand the tactical directions or simply refuse to act as he demands. So, friends, what do we have here? Are the players to blame for not following Carlo's tactical instructions? Or is the coaching staff at fault for not being able to motivate the players and failing to prepare them functionally at the proper level? Or is it the overall club strategy, particularly Florentino Perez, who didn't buy the necessary players this season to tackle big challenges? This is a very big dilemma, and I hope you will share your opinion and provide an answer in the comments. And we will discuss who is actually to blame. It is already known that after the defeat in London, Carlo had a personal, private conversation with the club president, Florentino Perez, and journalists claim that no decision has been made yet regarding Ancelotti's future. But we understand that so many problems have accumulated that Carlo's resignation seems like a foregone conclusion. According to Relevo, the club's management has been considering changing the head coach for several months, and the main candidate, of course, is Xabi Alonso. And if the situation doesn't change soon, this change in the head coach position will take place. What can save Carlo? Only major victories. The Champions League, La Liga, the King's Cup. We are still in 3 tournaments this season, and theoretically, we can still win each tournament. But do you have confidence, after the loss to Arsenal, that Madrid is capable of winning all 3 tournaments, or at least some of them? Write in the comments. Meanwhile, there's already information circulating online that Xabi Alonso might take over Madrid, even before the Club World Cup, which will be held in June, in the United States. And Xabi Alonso has told Bayern's management that he does not intend to stay with the team next year. Here's the opinion of the world's top football insider Fabrizio Romano. Alonso is option number 1, number 2, and number 3 on Madrid's priority list to replace Carlo. But let's not forget that Perez has his own opinion on this matter, and it may differ from that of insiders or fans. And according to Spanish journalists, Zidane, in the opinion of Madrid's president, becomes the main candidate to lead Madrid next season if Carlo is dismissed. In general, the next 2 months will be very interesting because we are competing for 3 trophies, and Carlo's position is very unstable. To not miss any breaking news related to our club, I recommend downloading the app for Madrid fans. You can find the link in the description of this video. All the breaking news, very convenient, compact. You definitely won't miss anything. Another piece of news comes from Brazil. The head coach of the national team, Dorival Jr., has been fired there, and Brazil has set a deadline for May 31st. On that day, by the way, the Champions League final will take place. Brazil is waiting for Carlo. If Carlo is fired from Madrid, he might consider this option. An interesting detail. In Brazil, they are ready to offer Carlo a much better contract than the one he currently has in Madrid. And possibly, Carlo might actually agree to work with the Brazilian national team. Well, for us, the continuation of La Liga is coming up this weekend, where we are fighting for the championship title while trailing behind Barcelona, and we absolutely cannot afford to drop any points. A tough away game against Alaves awaits us before the return match with Arsenal. Rotation is possible. This game will take place without Carlo, who is suspended. Davide, his son, will lead the team in this match. We are also expecting a rotation of the lineup. Many of the main squad players will remain on the bench. Güler and Endrick are likely to start from the first minutes. Our ability to win this match will depend on them. If we don't win, it will be a disaster. This would mean that we probably won't be able to catch up with such a Barcelona in the Spanish La Liga this season. So it's a very important match in La Liga, followed by a crucial match at the Bernabeu against Arsenal. Yes, we have a tough stretch, but as long as we're in the game, let's stay optimistic that we can make it work. We support Madrid. We believe that Madrid, with our support at the Bernabeu, can make Arsenal tremble and force Arsenal to lose, concede, and let in goals. We need a lot of goals, but I think it's quite possible. I think you should also stay optimistic. Write about it in the comments, or like, comments, and subscribing to the channel. I say thank you very much, and goodbye.